former UK royal, has been now arrested. Now, this has happened as he was celebrating his 66th birthday. Now, this is first high-profile arrest in the Epstein files. UK police has said that it is important that we protect the integrity and objectivity of our investigation as we work with our partners to investigate this alleged offence. So, Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor has been arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Police say that he is in custody and officers are carrying out searches at addresses in Berkshire and Norfolk. Photos were released which showed many cars arriving at his estate earlier this morning, and the Thames Valley Police are saying that they were assessing a complaint over the alleged sharing of confidential material by the former prince with the sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew turned 66 today, and this arrest comes on the day he was celebrating his birthday. He has already been removed from the UK royal lineup. Joining us now is India Today's Geeta Mohan. Geeta, what do we know about this arrest?
Well, these are very the details aren't coming out enough for us to say that it is exactly what are the counts, charges on which the former prince has been arrested or taken into custody. But these are reports that are coming in from UK media, wherein they have only mentioned the official position is that on suspicion of misconduct in his time in office, the individual has been arrested for the investigations that are being carried out with regards to the Epstein files. But beyond that, they have not revealed the identity, and it clearly says, the statement says that they want to protect the identity of the person. But media reports have suggested that the arrest was made, or the man was taken into custody from the residence, the current residence of the former prince. And this certainly is one of the most serious cases in terms of how it's moving forward in the investigations. Unlike what we've seen in the United States of America, there are more heads that have rolled in other parts of the world, other countries, and particularly this one case where there are too many details that are coming out of those emails that have been declassified and clearly show not just misconduct, but also the charges are grave. They are to do with not just soliciting women while in office. They have to do with the treatment, the age of the women or the girls, and therefore this is a very, very serious case, and investigations are being carried out. The matter is something that has embarrassed the royal family. Remember, every time King Charles now goes anywhere and in a public function, he's normally asked questions, especially when Prince Andrew was not stripped of his title, the then prince. There were a lot of questions that were asked of him, and now we're looking at the entire case taking a very, very serious turn. This is amid the Epstein files row that we're looking at Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor being taken into custody. Misconduct in public office is the suspicion. We'll have to wait and see what the details that emerge. For now, the authorities have not named the former prince.
Absolutely, and his privacy is being kept secret by the police there. But let's talk about the former Prince Andrew right now. What are the kind of things that had come out once the Epstein files were released? Because he was removed from the Royal Lodge. So there must have been some allegations that have come out. Can you give us a little detail about that?
Well, some of it. It's the fact that he admitted to certain wrongdoing while in public office, serving as a prince, a part of the royalty, and traveling and enjoying the privileges of that of being a prince. And while he was that, the emails that have surfaced very clearly show that he was soliciting women. The exchange is very clear in terms of how he sought certain kind of women in certain places, in certain countries. There are victims who've come out and actually named the individual. There are photos that have come out. There are exchanges between him and Epstein that are now out. So there's enough incriminating evidence. The only part of the investigation that would really do him in many ways than one is should he be found guilty of soliciting underage girls. That certainly is going to be a very, very serious case. Apart from that, the fact that there has been victimization, torture, reports of torture, there are victims who are talking about it, who've been out in the open about it. So the case is rather serious. And if the investigations are to do with Epstein file, if the individual later turns out to be the man in question over here, then this is a very serious turn. In fact, one of the most serious handling of the Epstein files in any country that we've seen so far.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of talk in America, but no action as yet. We've seen daily press briefings in the White House where the questions are raised, but the answers are not given. You are correctly saying that this is probably the first action that we're seeing at such a high level. But do tell us what kind of light does that put over the royal family? Complete dissociation with him, removing the title, moving him out of the royal lodge. Will that be enough, or this is going to cast a shadow over the royal family?
Well, it has indeed cast a shadow, unlike any other, because the royal family of Britain is treated very differently, and we all know how important they are to the whole push in terms of foreign policy and how they further the agenda of the government in many ways than one. And over here, the fact that he used those privileges to travel, he used those privileges to be able to live a very wealthy, healthy, and prosperous life, and he misused those privileges by taking young girls and putting and victimizing them through sexual offenses. That's a very, very serious charge. So for now, the fact that there's so many details that are emerging from the email exchange that he's had with Ghislaine Maxwell and with Epstein during the course of their interaction and their relationship, so to say, clearly shows that there is a lot that that must be under investigation when it comes to this one individual. Apart from having been stripped of his royalty, he's also stripped of his title. He was also asked to move out of the official residence and move to an unofficial cottage. So again, we'll have to wait and see where the investigations are headed. For now, the authorities are rather tight-lipped. They are not revealing the name of the person or the charges against him, just saying that this is a very serious case and that there are investigations that are underway. And so a said individual has been arrested and have not divulged the name of the individual.
Right. Geeta, do tell us which are the big names on which the spotlight has been constant. We do know, of course, the former prince is there. There are some other UK royals as well, the former royals who have been whose names surfaced in terms of email exchanges. And then there are many so-called royalty or who are celebrities or rich people or politicians in America and other countries who are said to have had some sort of either relations or email exchanges or some sort of a relationship with that man even after he was convicted. So can you give us an idea about which are the big names?
Well, there are some very big names that he himself was connected with. We do know that the names, and I'm here at the AI Summit where the name of Bill Gates coming up at the in the Epstein files had become a source of a huge embarrassment. And there was a lot of conversation around whether if he's going to be a keynote speaker or not, his name will be there or not on the web as well. So there are many others who are big names and whose names have appeared, whether it's Noam Chomsky, one of the most well-known, renowned authors and political thinkers, or for that matter, Stephen Hawking, whose name appeared in the Epstein files. but more prominently from the United States, the Norwegian family, royal family, but more importantly from the point of view of the United States of America, Trump, the Clintons, Obamas. They were all part of the party. Meera Nair, Mamdani's mother and a renowned filmmaker. They all figure in the list, but in terms of investigations and incriminating evidence, there are only a very few who have very serious charges against them. There are certainly some names, including the President of the United States of America, and very recently, the name of Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary, also came out. So we'll have to wait and see how it pans out, because we do know that officials in the U.S. have really or are really fighting tooth and nail to prove their innocence. In some other cases, it has become rather untenable, and therefore you've seen some resignations, particularly when it comes to stripping the former prince of his title. That has happened, but in terms of investigations and further details of who were really involved. See, this is not just sexual offense, a case of sexual offense or repeat offense. It's also about trafficking. It's about underage girls. It's about teenagers. It's about slavery, so to say. So there are a lot of serious charges should the charges be proven. The said individual, in this case, former Prince Andrew, and in other cases, heads of state, heads of government, prominent political thinkers, filmmakers, lawyers, they're all in the Epstein files. Will have to face some sort of a rule of the law.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.